Hey you guys, again, this is like the third video of the day, but lately with the problems I've been facing with YouTube, it's just been easier to do short videos that can upload a little quicker instead of a long video that takes several hours to upload. So I wanted to share with you what happened yesterday. I tried to do a live stream video because I'm so tired of it taking forever to upload videos, and I thought it would upload faster, but it really didn't. So I stopped the upload because it was actually interfering with another video that had been taken like half the day to upload already. So I just wanted to share briefly with you guys what I talked about in the live stream. So I was at a friend's house yesterday, and this lady is a respiratory therapist, is my friend's coworker, was there, and it was the first time I had ever met her. She seemed like a nice lady. So we kind of hit it off well at first because I'm a nurse, she's a respiratory therapist. We were talking about like work-related things. And then we got into the topic a little bit later in the evening about the you-know-what, the magic potion. And I mentioned, like I haven't taken it and I'm not going to. And I explained why. I had asked her if she was a Christian, and she said yes. And then I asked her, what do you believe? Because a lot of people say they're a Christian and believe something completely off the wall, or they don't really know what they believe. And she told me, well, I believe in a higher being of some sort. And so we all know the definition of Christian, according to like the Bible, is believing that Jesus died for your sins and rose again on the third day, and that you are saved by grace through faith in Jesus, not by works. She's just using the term Christian pretty loosely. So for her, I don't know 100% she's a Christian or not, but all she told me was, I believe there's some kind of higher being. So to me, that's not Christian. So I did explain to her about the mark of the beast, and I also explained to her about the gospel. I shared the gospel with her, and she was not very receptive. I mean, she like heard me out, but just kind of like you would hear out a crazy person just to get them to stop talking. And that's kind of how I felt like she was treating me, which is fine. That actually didn't really offend me. What offended me was that she said, well, I wouldn't treat you if you came into the ER or like the hospital, which is, she works in the hospital. If you haven't taken the you-know-what, then I wouldn't treat you. Like, especially if you had COVID, then she's basically like, you made your bed, so lie in it. Those weren't the terms that she used, but she said, I would let you die. I would let you die. And that was kind of like a slap in the face, and I wasn't really prepared to hear that from someone face to face like that, especially with like a really good friend of mine sitting right there. And I think my friend was also a little bit taken back. She didn't really have anything to say. And so I told her, like, I'd forgive you, like, if that was your mindset, because you are not, I didn't say the word educated, but you're being like misinformed about what the magic potion is really all about. And you have been misled, you have been deceived. I think I used the word misinformed, and she didn't like it at all. And so she got also pretty defensive, and I kind of ended it there. I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and like take off and go home. It was kind of getting late anyways. But I really pray for that lady that her eyes are open to the truth and to the truth of the gospel and what it actually means to be a Christian. So I tried to share that last night in a live stream, and the live stream worked. Not that I was very good at it, but it worked. And then I tried to upload it, and it was giving me a really hard time, saying it had hours and hours to upload. And I was like, I didn't realize that a live stream worked like that as well, and it just was still giving me a hard time. So anyway, you guys, that's just an example of how people think nowadays. They're very brainwashed. They they're brainwashed to think a certain way. And even though they may seem like nice people, they are deceived so much that they would say things like, I would let you die, to someone who is a stranger, but like an acquaintance, because this was like later in the evening and we had already like kind of had a rapport with each other over work. Well, turns out that after being brainwashed, it's okay to say things like, I would let you die. She also was saying things like, you know, I wouldn't let you take up resources. I would give the resources to someone who was like responsible and had actually received the magic potion. Of course, she didn't use the magic potion. I'm just being careful about what I say here. So yeah, it was a little bit of a shocker. Shoot. I think I'm gonna leave the comment section open on this video to hear what you guys have to say about it and share any similar experiences if you have any, so we can encourage each other and uplift each other, because yeah, it was like pretty discouraging to hear that yesterday, but of course I wasn't really like surprised after the fact. When I was thinking about it, I'm like, well, yeah, it's probably what a lot of people are thinking. It's just not something that people are gonna say to each other, but this lady certainly said it to me. And I hadn't done anything to like offend her. Even when they asked her about her being a Christian and shared the gospel with her, you could tell she was just kind of like listening to me, but she didn't really seem like offended by it. Who knows? So anyways, you guys, that's the enemy at work. And I am going to let you go, I think, for the rest of the day. I hope to see you in the clouds very soon. It is a great day to be raptured.